Hello, I'm Jeff Gold, and thank you for joining us for another Maverick Minute. I have the pleasure today of being joined by Dr. Barbara Holland. Barbara, thank you so much for being with us. In case our audience doesn't know, Dr. Holland is not only a member of our faculty, but she's just a highly regarded researcher, consultant, expert in the area of public universities and the role in community engagement. And thank you so much for being with us today,
It's a pleasure.
Dr. Holland.
Happy to be here.
So I think our audience would like to know, we're sitting here in the library today, what the role of UNO is as part of our mission as a public university. And we all know we educate the next generation, we do important scientific research, but we value this engagement greatly. And why do you think that's so important, particularly for a university such as UNO?
University of Nebraska-Omaha is absolutely a poster child for what we would call the Metropolitan University, which means as an academic institution providing high-quality teaching, research, and community engagement, we are not just in a city, we are of the city. And our scholarship, our students' experience, and the aims of much of our academic work are connected to this city, this region, and make tremendous contributions to relationships and connections between academia and the community.
I know you see this from the national level as well as from the local level, and there's no question about that is core to the mission and to the strengths of this great university here in Omaha. But what do you think the trends are across the country? You know, people talk a lot about where higher education is going. Do you have some thoughts on that?
Yeah, there is a tremendous urban advantage in higher education right now in terms of, if you think about it, since around the 1950s, we have switched from being a rural nation to a very urbanized nation. 85% of people around the world live in cities. And so it's really for academic research on any discipline or subject, it's very exciting to be a university that is in a city like Omaha where cutting edge work and innovation and business, industry, and health are occurring all the time. And we're part of that as this university's mission.
And we certainly believe that strongly here. So as you've had this experience and on the national scene and also here at UNO, if we have students listening, and we always do have thousands of students that do watch these videos, do you have some thoughts for them as they're planning their future, as they're planning their careers, as they're planning their lives, actually, as a result of this university experience?
Absolutely, in the sense, and I think they already know this because I've spent a lot of time today with students on this campus.
Great, thank you.
And they are really clear about, I am studying for my profession, my chosen career path, but I also see that because of what this university has done to give me opportunity, I now, in my life, will also be not just a professional in my field, but I will be an active citizen in the community as well and try to keep the idea of engagement with community throughout my life.
A sort of a pay-it-forward
Absolutely.
kind of philosophy.
Absolutely.
And that's certainly the experience that I've had here as well.
And I want to say UNO has also absolutely changed the game in the field by the introduction of the Community Engagement Center as a physical space that represents the connection between campus and community. So we're not just transactionally interacting, we're actually cohabitating and working together side by side every day.
So let's take a minute more and just talk about that, because I'm told that the Community Engagement Center, the White Center as we like to call it on campus, is one of very few in the country that's actually on a university campus. Is that right?
It's the first and only one.
And so it's sort of an experiment.
It is.
And you know, we would say the experiment's working really well, but with your experience, what do you think?
I think the best indicator of the impact it's making on the field is the desire to imitate. And it has changed the conversation in two ways. One is the reduction of, as I say, transactional relationships between campus and community, but now deeper relationships of actually working together on a day-to-day basis.
Physically, boots on the ground.
Yes, yes, and deepening that sense of interconnection. But it also sets up the condition for addressing one of the great persistent weaknesses in the field of community engagement is how do we measure impact? And the facility aspect and the impact on relationships now gives us a better way to be able to actually track, set goals, track our progress, and measure impacts.
Well, thank you so much for your leadership in this area. It's been inspirational. I know that a lot of the basic premises that have inspired us here at UNO, you're instrumental in helping us through. And thanks for being with us today.
I will always be a friendly Maverick.
Well, thank you. And thank you for being with us on this Maverick Minute.